Do not come to this country. Don't come check out the bubbling mud volcanoes, the burning mountainsides and fire temples, the amazing skyline, or the architecture.
A place that's a little like Dubai, maybe a little like Paris, right on the Caspian Sea.
Do not come here.
Why don't we go to a country perched precariously right between Russia and Iran? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
That is the message from the U.S. State Department. They've just issued a warning about visiting this place. Oops, I came here anyway.
But the truth is, it is a good idea. This place is amazing, welcoming, hospitable, historic, and they want you to come.
There are terrorism concerns and the possibility of a rogue drone or missile or two, but otherwise, believe me when I say this place is great.
It is a city where old and new clash, where modern skyscrapers stand right next to fortressed walls.
We are taking you inside the currently forbidden country of Azerbaijan, and specifically the capital city of Baku that just blew me away.
Baku boasts some audaciously beautiful buildings.
Should the U.S. government really be sounding the horn on a beautiful place like this?
Nice to see there's road rage in other countries, too.
Is it really dangerous here?
I guarantee you, this feels like no place you've ever been before.
And if you're brave enough to come, what kind of fun is to be had here?
We are showing you what to do with 24 hours in Baku, Azerbaijan, in this episode of Window Seat. Okay, just arrived in Baku, Azerbaijan. Quite possibly the quietest airport I've ever visited in my whole life.
It might seem a little sleepy when you get here, but do not sleep on the former Soviet country of Azerbaijan. Even though the U.S. State Department recently and officially told Americans to reconsider travel here, raising their alert level with a travel advisory warning of armed conflicts and landmines. We'll get into why they're saying all of that now, but first, just behold this place for a minute.
All right, let's spit some facts about Azerbaijan that you may not have known about. For one, did you know this place is called the Land of Fire? And there's a good reason for it. It's on fire.
Fire is not just part of the landscape, it's part of the country's identity. Just outside Baku, hillsides burn nonstop at Yanar Dag, the famous burning mountain, where natural gas seeps through the earth and erupts into flames that have burned for decades.
If you look closely, you can see lots of coins in the fire, too. People throw them there for good luck.
I stood there in January watching fire rip across the hillside in the freezing wind, and it almost felt unreal.
Another little fun tidbit about Azerbaijan, it has more mud volcanoes than any other place on the planet. What is a mud volcano?
Those strange formations bubble and erupt because underground gas pushes mud, water, and minerals up through cracks in the earth, creating entire fields of gurgling gray craters.
We have seen a lot of things and done a lot of things in our years traveling the globe, but I have never quite seen anything like this. And something you might not have known about Baku, Azerbaijan, is that this place is basically the birthplace of the modern oil industry. The very first oil well ever dug was not too far from Baku, way back in the 1800s. And that, by the way, was decades before Texas or Saudi Arabia got into the oil game. They were innovators here. Another cool thing about where we are right now is I'm actually staring at the Caspian Sea off in the distance that way. I'll cut away and show you. But not too far from here, you can actually be 7,000 feet up in the mountains. It shows you the diverse terrain of a place like Azerbaijan. Another thing about this place is religion. You see mosques and that sort of thing, and you might think, okay, this is a predominantly Muslim country, but the reality is it's predominantly secular. They're pretty open-minded about religion here. They kind of let you do whatever you want, which is kind of striking for this part of the world. And because of that, you can also find alcohol in pretty prominent supply, unlike so many countries in this part of the world. So how old and historic is this place? They actually found art from human beings that was created about 40,000 years ago. I think when you hear that this is a former Soviet country, you get these images of stark Eastern Bloc architecture. This looks like you could find it in Paris or Greece or Dubai, certainly not, Gdansk or Warsaw. Another thing you'll find about Baku is it's incredibly safe here. I think people are kind of struck by how calm and orderly it is here. You're not worried at all about your personal well-being. Everybody's just kind of doing their own thing.
But that safety matter is at the root of the new State Department warning. They're telling Americans to reconsider travel, citing terrorism concerns, tensions near Iran, risks near Armenia, and even the possibility of drone or missile activity in certain regions. So what's really going on here? Should Americans actually avoid Azerbaijan right now? Or are travel warnings sometimes more complicated than the headlines make them seem? First, let's talk about what actually triggered this warning. The U.S. State Department recently updated Azerbaijan's advisory level to 3, reconsider travel. Now, let's put that in perspective. Level 4 is the highest level. That's do not travel, and it's reserved for places facing extreme danger. Level 3 is serious, but it's also more nuanced. According to the advisory, the biggest concerns involve areas near the Iranian border and the Armenian-Azerbaijani border. The State Department specifically mentions risks tied to armed conflict, terrorism concerns, and unexploded landmines in disputed territories connected to a long-running conflict. And yes, that is real. The region has been unstable for decades. The war between Armenia and Azerbaijan over the Nagorno-Karabakh region has repeatedly flared up, most recently in major fighting in 2020 and renewed military operations in 2023. There's also growing instability connected to Iran, of course. The advisory specifically mentions fears surrounding Iranian drone and missile activity after escalating regional tensions. We've all seen what's happened in Arab states in recent weeks. Drones attacking Dubai, normally peaceful places suddenly thrust into war. And it's happened here too. An enclave was targeted by drones launched from Iranian territory on March 5th of 2026, causing damage to an airport terminal and causing injuries near a school. Azerbaijan described this as an act of terror, and they are furious with Iran over it. So these warnings are not invented out of thin air, but here's where context matters. Because most tourists visiting Azerbaijan are going to Baku, and Baku feels like a completely different universe from the conflict zones.
There's just something about these former Soviet countries that is so appealing to me. I think they're still so unexplored by most Western tourists, even though, they date back hundreds and hundreds of years. For whatever reason, in droves, Westerners just don't come here still, and I think that's part of the appeal. It's so different than what you get in Western Europe or the US.
When I arrived there in January, the first thing that hit me was how futuristic the city looked.
What's striking to me is that you'll be walking through Old Town, you see all these old buildings, and if you peek up just between them, you'll see a modern skyscraper darting up off in the distance, an image of the wealth and power and modernity that now exists here in Baku. This is a town that you should not sleep on.
You've got the incredible flame towers rising over the skyline at night, LED lights dancing across the buildings. You've got the Caspian Sea promenade packed with joggers and tourists and families and couples drinking tea late into the evening. The old city feels like stepping into the Silk Road era. Stone walls, ancient mosques, winding alleyways, hidden courtyards.
And when we say old city, we really mean it. This part of Baku, inside the walled-off old city section, it's about 800 years old. It was developed in the 12th century. Such a contrast to get inside these fortress walls and see what this city used to be like before the skyscrapers and all that oil money showed up.
And it's fascinating because Azerbaijan today sits at this strange crossroads. Europe and Asia, East and West, old Soviet influence and flashy modern wealth. Secular society surrounded by deeply conservative neighbors. And that is part of why the region gets complicated geopolitically. Now here's where I think travelers need to be smart. Travel warnings are not meaningless, but they also don't mean a country's universally dangerous. That is the nuance most people miss. For example, the U.S. also currently has elevated warnings for parts of Mexico, Colombia, Egypt, Pakistan, Israel, Lebanon, even areas of Europe tied to terrorism concerns or regional instability. Sometimes the warnings are highly localized, sometimes they're political, sometimes they're extremely justified, and sometimes they're just overly broad. The reality is this: you can be perfectly safe in one part of a country while another part is genuinely dangerous. That's true in Azerbaijan, and honestly, it's true in America too. The State Department warning specifically emphasizes avoiding border regions and former conflict zones. That's very different from saying tourists are under constant threat in downtown Baku. And when I was there, the city felt orderly, clean, modern, extremely safe at night. Families were everywhere, tourism infrastructure was solid. In fact, many travelers say they feel safer walking around Baku late at night than they do in some major Western cities. Now, does that mean you should ignore government warnings entirely? Absolutely not. Here's my advice if you're considering Azerbaijan right now. Number one, stay informed constantly. The geopolitical situation in this region can change quickly. Number two, avoid border areas entirely. There's zero reason for casual tourists to be anywhere near active tension zones. Number three, register with the State Department's STEP program if you travel internationally. We'll put a link to how to do that in the description below. Number 4, have travel insurance. We're talking real travel insurance, not the cheap stuff. Number 5, understand regional politics before you go, because this is not just another beach vacation destination. And honestly, that's part of what makes it fascinating. Azerbaijan sits right in the middle of major global power struggles involving Russia, Iran, Turkey, energy pipelines, and post-Soviet politics. You feel that complexity when you're there. And yet somehow, despite all of it, tourism keeps growing. Why? Because the country is stunningly unique.
Sometimes when you're traveling, you just get lucky. All your bookings go right. Every place that you pick to go is just as magnificent as you expected. And this has been one of those trips. I didn't know what to expect coming to Baku, Azerbaijan. Knew so little about it. And I feel so lucky to have been here. This is a magnificent place with just truly splendid people and beautiful beyond measure. It's gorgeous here, and I can't wait to get back. And I mean that. This is a really great place. You gotta come. Okay, so there you have it. That is a few hours in Baku, Azerbaijan. So much to do, so little time. Isn't that the story with every place we go? But I think we got a pretty healthy taste of what there is to do in this gorgeous city right on the banks of the Caspian Sea that so perfectly mixes history and modernity, culture and good times. It's just great. Loved it here. Can't wait to get back. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What did we miss here in Baku? What should we hit up next time we come around? Let us know. We'd also love it if you liked and shared the video so that we can keep the conversation about travel going all around the world. I'm at almost 90 countries now. Sean's pretty close there too. Also, if you could hit subscribe, we'd love to keep the conversation going as we travel to every country here on planet Earth. Also, we are back with a brand new episode next Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. We hope you'll check out one of these other episodes from Window Seat as well. And for now, from Baku, Azerbaijan, I'm Jeremy Hubbard saying goodbye.